Hey, what's up, my doochkies? We got the track review of Jaeckels Hillside SX 2019, made by MJ Race. Obviously Michael Jordan Race. That's what that stands for sure. So, either way, just wanted to apologize to some of you guys that's been DMing me on Instagram and sending me messages on Snapchat and stuff like that here recently. I've had a crap load of people add me because I've been kind of shouting it out in a couple videos. So I apologize for not responding to some of you guys. I've just been getting a literal flutter fucking a half of messages on both of those things. So I apologize for that. But by the way, if you do want to go add me up on Snapchat or Instagram, I'll add you back on that. My username is just Spencer Turley, no space, no capital, and I'll get you on there. So I've been popping off on Instagram, been posting quite a bit more on Snapchat too. So either way, here we go. Quite the interesting design of a supercross track right here, right? So first of all, obviously the whole hillside vibe, that's the whole point of it, right? And that's pretty cool because typically most supercross tracks in this game built on a perfectly flat surface. You guys know how that shit is. Most of just cookie cutter, flat track surface, perfect square. I feel like supercross in particular is one of the most repetitive, redundant, over and over, everybody does the same thing kind of thing when it comes to any form of dirt bike racing, really. Because even with motocross, you just see a lot more different variation in that, it seems like. But huck and a half, bro. But when it comes to supercross, people don't even get outside the box with the overall layout or the overall. A lot of times it's literally like it would be a stadium supercross track, but outdoors, even when it's not a stadium supercross track. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool when you see these like this, not just because this is on a mountain and has a little bit of elevation, but also the fact that it's not that perfectly in a perfect square football stadium style, supercross overall map layout, right? You know what I'm saying? It's got a little bit of variation even on that. So quite a few little big daddy, small, humongous jump lines here and there. So you got to watch out for that shit. But yeah, a couple hucks, dude. It's so much fun coming back into MX Simulator and just going and riding on a new track that's not made for a road and not putting a road on it. It's just, there's a certain magic to that. It's just unexplainable, man. There's a certain, you just get on such a faster speed pace. You get such a more, I don't even really know the word for it, such a more real, from jump to corner to, I don't know, a road just does a weird number to this game, man. There ain't no other way to say it. But this actually does have the stock skybox on it, weirdly enough. Doesn't look terrible though. I mean, I always say, hey, you could definitely always find something better than the stock skybox, but I can't lie, it's not bad on this track right here. So he's kind of got that JGMX almost sort of decal graphical. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that's JGMX that started doing this whole kind of two white lines bordering the entire track. So I don't really know. I mean, I know a couple people's done it, right? But I think I remember seeing it quite a bit on some of those JGMX tracks. JGMX, where you been at, dog? Ain't seen you in the colder in the witch's titty minute. But either way, I ain't had no freaking tracks to do any 125 wide open videos on, dog. I miss you, bro. Come back, baby. Okay, let's get this on third person. All right. But yeah, either way, that it's got that whole white outline border around the whole track, which I guess that's okay. It can definitely make it feel kind of a little bit bizarre. I don't know of a whole lot of other real life tracks out there that literally have a painted white line around the borders of the whole track. That's typically you don't see that in real life, but really cool. He's got this mountainside right here. He's done a lot of work right there, just kind of looking like you claw down into it, you know what I mean? Kind of gives it that little bit of depth to the actual mountain itself. Kind of cool how you kind of layered all that in there together like that. And then obviously with the multiple different, it's like each one of the decals he used on this track is one of those sort of decals that has multiple, it'll either have multiple different types of dirt. Like you can see over here to my right, it's kind of like a decal that's got a lighter dirt color mixed with a darker dirt color thing kind of spray painted on it in a way. So it's not just like a, brown dirt little hillside. It's actually I don't know how to explain it. It's like it's got more visual decal depth to that aspect of it. And same way over here, you know, it's got the grass on top of that whatever kind of dirt decal that is, and the on track itself kind of has that some too. So cool to see when you get those more I always talk about that nowadays, but those more realistic style decals, right? There's a lot more of those in this game now that you can use. I think this decal right here that he's on right here, you know, this kind of red clay dirt vibe comes from the 2015 James Stewart replica track. Really sick decal right here. But there's just no reason really in using some of those super old decals on MX Simulator that were made back in 2010 and shit, you know, 2009. Like, there's really just no reason. There's so many more up-to-date, more modern, you know, higher resolution, higher detailed decals in the game now. So pretty nice quad huck right here. You got to be on the throttle for show. And you come around here, triple, you can jump plumb over this. You can actually jump plumb to here from there as well. Then you got a single into that corner, so it's not really worth. You do a damn, what is this, a quad? Yeah, a quad out of that corner into the rollers. And then you can carry a crap load of speed around here. Now this whole section gets pretty tricky because if you actually want to triple plumb out of this, you know what I'm saying, a little triple nipple, then you're going to have to land this teetotally perfect because it's almost like you're landing on a jump face, you know? You're landing on a jump that you're supposed to go off of, kind of, sort of. So it's got quite a bit of a peak to land in. Then this jump, same way. You know, you land down in that, and then you're jumping and you're landing on what's supposed to be a jump face. So it can be very tricky to get that timing down perfectly there. Same way kind of here as well. Pretty steep landings on a couple of those that... And they don't have a lot of, like, distance of landing either, so you can't, like, over jump it, but you also can't come up short. You got to be really precise on that stuff. Pretty simple, supposed to be main triple right there. And then you got this little hip hump jump, little skadooshie right here. And then you come around, another little hip hump huck. I don't even know what you call those little jumps. You know, where it's like a damn single roller, or it's like two little rollers and shit. Sometimes people put that in Super Garage tracks, but really fun huck. I guess this is the finish line right here, right? You got to rail this outside perfectly. Seat bounce shit out of that, and you can jump plumb down to here. So, a couple of cool bigger lines for sure if you're more of a pro in this game. Couple of cool fun things to hit. Now, I did think about the line of taking this corner around the outside and hucking this bastard all the way quad, which you can get really, really close, but I don't know if you can really do it without, like, cutting too far to the right, you know, kind of off of the track. I don't know, but that would definitely shave off crap a lot of time right there for sure. So another little line you can hit basically is like coming through here and jumping all the way over to here, right? So pretty much just about every one of the main bigger rhythms has a bigger line to it, right? You take the inside up to here. Check out this save right here, dog. What the hell? Oh, my God. But either way, I want to start cutting my videos down overall length time-wise. I know I've been stretching them the fuck out. I've always been known for doing that. There's that quad right there. I need to stop doing that as much. It's just I get kind of carried away and keep talking about shit and just get into it, you know. I've taught myself to learn to elaborate on nothing, basically, because that's kind of how you have to be when you're a YouTuber that doesn't run off of a script. You just talk, like, with what you're seeing, and you have to come up with shit on the fly, right? And what it's done is it's made me get to where I just sit here and kind of ramble on about something over and over and over, and I don't even realize I'm actually doing it, right? So just a little something I could probably improve on some. Try to shorten the videos down more, most of the videos down to more like a 10-minute mark versus like most of them being more like 20 minutes, right? We'll see if we can do that. We'll see if we can pull it off, boys. So either way, I'm going to give this track like a, I'll probably give her like a solid 8 overall, 7.5, something like that. Difficulty, you're looking at medium/hard if you're hitting the big lines. So that's where we're at here, dog. Decent track, no doubt about it. Off track, obviously lacking some skybox, lacking some, obviously, default skybox. He's just literally got like just 2 or 3 random trees of the same tree off track. So it's funny how you can get trees like you can have a really basic off track like this, and typically I'd be like, oh, fuck that off track, you know, whatever, but like, he's got just such a realistic off-track decal. It has a way of filling it all in just from the decal. I don't know. It's really bizarre. Yeah, I'd probably give this track more like a 7 now that I think about the off-track. I mean, it is super realistic decals and stuff, but that is pretty basic. He ain't even got a billboard anywhere on this puppy. I mean, as far as like grass billboards, right? He's got obviously the tree billboard, but I was talking about no grass billboards, no little small shrubs or, anything like that. It's literally just like a handful of this same exact tree around the track, and that's it. But he's done so much detail work on the side of this mountain right here. And then having that grass decal on top of the dirt decal mixed in with a couple other decals, it just makes it look decent off track, man. I don't know. Some tracks can get away with that, where they kind of get the off track not as much like billboards and objects and shit, and they can still make it look good. I've done that with a couple tracks as well of mine. Just all kind of depends on what it is, but I certainly think he pulled it off pretty well here. So somewhere around a 7 or 8 difficulty. Yeah, probably 7 on this one, but difficulty medium if you're hitting the small shit, hard if you're hitting the huge huck line. So either way, appreciate you guys watching all the videos. Later, dudes. Don't forget, if you want to go watch any of my other track reviews, I have a playlist for that on my front page. All you got to do is click on my YouTube channel, go down to my playlist. MX Simulator track reviews right there. You can find it. No big problem, dog. So either way, be back on the next one. Later.